NFL fans, it is time once again for another episode of the PFIve. My name is Brian Anthony Davis here for the Pro Football Insiders, and PFIve, that is 5 things you need to know about your favorite NFL teams or those nasty opponents and villains that you need to track every single day as an NFL fan. So let's go ahead and talk about the team, the Minnesota Vikings. They were 14-3 last year, and here's 5 things you need to know about the mini Vikes. Go Skol. Number 1, Kevin O'Connell, the head coach, he wants a more tougher, powerful play style. Why is that? Well, this is a tough division when you have stalwarts like the Green Bay Packers and now the Detroit Lions. But a team that lost to those teams last year at the very end still ended up 14-3, but were trounced by the Lions in Week 18 with a chance to win the division title and also a 21-9 thumping. Doesn't seem like much, but they go into Los Angeles since Los Angeles was the division winner and the Rams put it to them on their way to the divisional round. Minnesota was dead in the water before they even got started. So, how do you go ahead and get a more powerful play style? Well, it starts up front. And that's number 2 of things to know about the Minnesota Vikings. They're going for the trenches right now, the offensive trenches. Ryan Kelly comes in from the Indianapolis Colts. The All-Pro center is here, and he brings along a friend with him. Also from the Colts, guard Will Freeze. Out of Ohio State, their number 1 pick overall was Donovan Jackson. Now, Donovan Jackson is a really nasty, powerful run blocker here, and this is a guy that is the first guard selected by the Minnesota Vikings since 1988 in the first round. Last time they did that was a guy named Randall McDaniel, and that worked out well for them because he now is immortalized in Canton in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So when you also have Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill on the tackles bookending, you have elite talents there. This is a rebuilt offensive line, and it is going to be very sharp for your Minnesota Vikings. Now, who will be running through those holes that are made? Well, let's talk about the running backs at number 3. Aaron Jones is only 30 years old, and he doesn't have the wear and tear that you would worry about a running back. But Aaron Jones comes back in, and he is just old reliable. He re-signed with the team, and you're going to get good things once again out of him. Last year, it was 1,138 yards on the ground with 5 touchdowns, 2 more through the air with 51 receptions and 408 yards for Aaron Jones Sr. Now, joining him to back him up is a very nice running back. It's Jordan Mason, late of the San Francisco 49ers. Now, Mason's a guy that could go ahead and be more of a threat to go deep into the secondary. So if you have a guy like that, you're going to be in very good shape. It's very nice to see. This guy stepped in when everybody got hurt. And I mean everybody in San Francisco last year, and did a phenomenal job. It's going to be interesting to see. He has had a fine preseason for the mini Vikes as well. Let's go ahead and go to number 4 here, and it's the quarterback situation. Very interesting situation here. Last year, Jake McCarthy did not get his chance because he went down right before the season started in training camp, and in comes Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold may have taken advantage of a great situation as far as a fantastic scheme, and he ended up in Seattle as a big-time free agent, over $100 million in his pocket now because of that. Can Jake McCarthy replicate that? Well, he has all-world talent around him. Justin Jefferson, over 1,500 yards last season. You heard me right. Justin Jefferson continues to do it year after year after year. You got to worry about his health. But when you get 10 touchdowns and 1,533 yards, you've got something special. Now, you have something special on the other side, but Jordan Addison got himself into a little legal trouble. He has been suspended, and he will not be back until probably about October. Now, what do you do without that dynamic receiver? Well, you bring in a guy who has done it in the past. It's Adam Thielen. He is back. He has had a wonderful time of it in Carolina, where a lot of people thought he was at the tail end of his career. Well, he continues to get it done. He is back in purple, and he is going to be just what the doctor ordered for Jake McCarthy. McCarthy also has all-world T.J. Hockenson to throw to as well. This tight end trade that they made just a few years ago has worked wonders for this team. Let's go ahead and talk about number 5. We talked earlier about getting tougher. Well, Brian Flores' group continues to be able to stop the run well. They have to restock. Last year, he restocked with Andrew Von Ginkel and Jonathan Greenard for 23.5 sacks combined. This year, he brings in a few guys over 30, but Jonathan Allen, late of the Washington Commanders, and Javon Hargrave, who's played with Philly, Pittsburgh, and most recently San Francisco, can plug up the front line and be something very effective for Flores' group. So with that being said, that's 5 things you need to know about the Minnesota Vikings. Can they compete in this tough division? We will see. Something special could be going down in the Twin Cities if all of this comes together like it did last year, and then some. All right, for the PFIve, my name is Brian Anthony Davis. We thank you so much for listening. Make sure you check out your favorite teams and everybody else here on PFI, wherever you download your favorite podcast, or you can watch us right here on YouTube and on videos on social media. Until then, we thank you again for listening, and we have 2 words like we always say, and it's simple. Go football!